Welcome to Comment. It's a commenting system specially designed for Laravel with the concept of providing everything you need for your commenting system. Even now, you might be commenting in the comment section of this video. You encounter this feature daily on the website you visit. No doubt, it's a crucial feature to improve user interactivity and overall user experience, especially when it comes to systems like e-commerce sites, content management systems, blogs, and there are a lot more to add to this list. Further explanation isn't necessary, as we all have experienced it. But what is comment? What are the other existing packages and services? Well, this is the cornerstone of the package to overcome the drawbacks of existing packages and services. When we look at existing packages and services, most are paid services. There are some free plugins and services, but in reality, we need to add their logo at least in our site. Well, you may be okay with it, but do they allow you to configure it as you need? Do they provide all the features you need for your commenting system? Do they provide the admin panel? Even if they provide some of them, we often need to log into a different domain and site to maintain it, utilize it. This is not convenience at all. What about the free packages? The packages you can download by Compose. Unfortunately, we are limited to a few of them. Laravel provides you an abundance of packages for the requirement. But when it comes to commenting systems, we don't have much choices. Most of the existing free packages are outdated. Lack of many features, not configurable, don't have admin panel. Actually, I couldn't find a package all to these requirements. That is why I created the commenter package. Commenter solve all these issues. I have explained some of these issues in the documentation, so I won't go into detail here. Commenter provides you a robust, feature-rich, highly configurable commenting system for your website. This is the repository of the package. This includes a brief documentation. You can find installation instruction in the quick start section of this readme.md file. And it includes the instruction to install the package, but I strongly recommend you to consult the official documentation of the package. You can go to documentation by clicking the documentation tag of this repo. By the way, I have included all the links related to this package in the description of this video. So let's go to the documentation. Let's jump to the installation section. Installation of this package is very easy. You just need to execute two commands. First one is composer require command to install the package in your Laravel project, and make sure to include this W parameter. This includes all the other dependencies, and after you finish the installation, you should execute this artisan command. This artisan command is responsible for install the other requirements. It publishes the config file, migrations, and load the package script to the Laravel project. So actually, that's it. Now we have successfully installed the commenter package. So it's time to include commenting feature into our website. With commenter, you can do that within a few seconds. First you need to do is include commenter asset into your HTML. If you are using a layout file, you can do that by this. By the way, this is the commented demo application I have set up for your convenience. So you can use this application to play with the package. I have included the link in the description. I also have set up dummy data. So we need to include styles. So you can do that by comment style direction. Make sure to include it within the header tag. And you need to also include the comment script. You can include it anywhere in your HTML. But I highly recommend you to include it in the end of the body to avoid the performance issues. So now we have done almost everything. So finally we need to go to our authentication module. In Laravel, usually it is user module. So in user module, you must implement the commenter contract and use the comment. This commenter contract interface enforces the types of this trait, comment trait. You know this trait is into type, so we can type in the method variable inside the trait. So that's why we use this commenter contract. This is actually pattern used to enforce the types of a trait. Finally, you need to go to your commentable module. In this demo application, you have two modules, article and post. So in the related module, you must implement commentable contract and commentable trait. Now go to your HTML and use this comment component. You can omit the index part of this component, but you should keep the double colon. Otherwise, Laravel will search for the component in the project instead of the package. That's it. Now you have the beautifully designed modern commenting feature in your website like this. Congratulations, now you have the commenting feature in your website. Package support both guest mode and auth mode. In guest mode, user doesn't need to log into the system. So I have implemented both mode in the demo project. You can switch between them using these tabs in the navigation bar. Both modes share same functionalities except a few. In guest mode, there are two additional input fields for username and user email. So these fields are needed to identify the user because we don't have logged in users in the system. But you can disable this email input. As I said previously, this package is highly configurable. All you need to do is go to your config file, which is published by default. And here is the benefit file of the fact. And you can see this guess mode array. You can enable, disable it using this variable. I will explain it later. But for now, if you don't need the email input field, you can just make it. So now refreshing the you can't see the email field anymore. So I will enable it. Okay. Now after refreshing, it should be back. One question might arise in your mind is, this email field can be misused. You can use someone else's email to make a comment. So for that case, we will implement the email verification feature for the guest mode. It is in the roadmap of the free package. For now, we don't have that, but it will be implemented soon. So as you can see, this React field isn't enabled by default because you haven't filled any of the input field. So let's quickly fill the fields. Okay, now everything is ready to go. Let's create a commit. Okay, this is the newly created commit. So after refreshing the page, you will get your credentials autofilled as you previously used. So what if you change your name this time? I change this to him and create another command. Okay. So what happened? What will happen? Let's see. You see that? It changed the name, but you can see previous command and have been changed. So let's see. After we finish that, previous command name also changed to the newly assigned name. Okay, let's quickly switch to the Auth mode. As you can see, in Auth mode, we don't see that two input fields, username and user email. Those aren't necessary. In the Auth mode, we have login users, so we can get their names and emails in the database. So another difference is guest mode provide list of reacted users. So if you go over to reaction, you can see this brief description. If you want a comprehensive description about the reacted users, you can click this show all link. Here it's load all the users by group, the reactions. Here is the like, and here's the people who love this comment. So actually this feature hasn't been available for the guest mode, because the guest mode we can react to a user without including any credentials. We identify the reacted users in guest mode by the IP address, so there's no way to include their names and emails. If a user haven't commented, but he has only reacted to a comment, we can't get his identification. Now you have a basic idea of the package and the modes it provides and its specific feature to each mode. So from now on, I use Auth Mode for demonstration purposes. First, let's talk about the text editor, which is most important thing in any command system. So our text editor isn't just a text editor, it's actually WYSIWYG editor. So we use Will editor as our default text editor. Will is a open source JavaScript package which is very popular among the community. So you can configure this WYSIWYG editor as you want by using the configurable options provided by the Will text editor. So as example, let's say we need to add port support for this setup. So we can do that by visiting the package configurable file, and you find the editor config array. This array is the place where you should put all the configurations. So let's add the code block. Okay. Now let's see after refreshing the browser if it is added to our text editor. Yeah, here's the port support. So let's add the code. I guess it's working. So Will editor provide you abundance of configurable options. You can find out them by visiting the configuration page of the Google documentation. Here is it. As always, I will include the link in the description. So that's it about our text editor. So you can further study it by visiting the Google documentation. Okay, now everything is ready. It's time to create a command. You can see this create button is disabled by default, but as you start writing, it will be enabled. So let's create this command. Okay, command is created. You can see the newly created command is appended to the list in real time. So let's create another command. This time let's define a variable x and assign it to 100. Let's make it a code. Let's create this comment. As you can see, the syntax is highlighted. Package uses a JS package called highlight.js. If you are a JavaScript developer, you know what it is. What if you need to limit the number of commits a user can commit to a specific mode? As example, let's say we need to limit the amount of comments a user can make to this post to 2, only 2 comments should be created by a user. So how do we do that? Well, you only need to do is to the package feed. Here you can see the limit variable in comments config file. Just need to define, let's say 2. Let's refresh this, so you can't see the create button, and you can see this error message, allowed commit limit to exceed, because I have already created 2 commits. This okay, let's keep it null if you don't need to limit. See, usually you don't need to publish a commit as soon as you created it. You need to inspect this. You need to inspect it and approve before it's published. So how do we do that? Same as before, you just need to set the approval required to true. And let's refresh it. Notice these comments created by me. You won't be see those comments. As you can see, 0 comments because I haven't approved a comment yet. So let's create the comment for testing. Let's create it. Message is changed, and you can't see that we will create a comment, and comment count is also 0. You can approve the comments in admin panel of this package. Admin panel has a dedicated section in this video, so I'm not gonna discuss it now. It will be explained in the one section. This is the comment list. List is paginated by default. You can enable or disable it in the config file here, and you can set the number of records for a one click. And the comment list also has some usable filters. By default, comments are sorted using a default algorithm. It's a custom algorithm. You can disable these filters using config file also. So as example, you want to see the latest comment you created. If you want to sort the comments by replies, here. And if you only want to see your own comments, so enabling or disabling it is your concern, but I think these filters are really usable. And you can update your own comment. Very easy, you can go take it. By the way, I didn't mention about the validation of these comment fields. These validations has been implemented, but if you need to add your own rules, you can use that using the callback function. You can find the description related to this in the documentation. So let's edit this comment. Save this. Edited comment is real-time display.
Perfect.
And also you can delete your own comments. Can you see this is more like it? This indicates this comment is created by the current user. So you can delete your own comments. Confirmation message is shown. If you choose OK, it will be deleted. See, the comment count is reduced. And another very useful feature is reaction manager. I'm going to sort this by default sorting order. No, I sort this by replies count. I don't need to see only my own comments. So, okay. So this is the reaction manager. And you can add reactions as many as you want. By default, it has 5 reaction buttons, but you can add as many as reactions you need. You should add those reactions to this array, and also you should assign an icon for that. Again, I have explained in detail how to do that in the documentation, so I don't need to explain it here because I need to save some time. I don't need this presentation to be a very long one. So let's like this comment. Okay, you can see that comments you like is highlighted in gray color. So if you dislike it, did you see how the like count is reduced by 1 and dislike count is incremented by 1? And also you can reaction. You can allow this, you can remove the allow. Okay, did you see how the reaction count is changed? I again lift up it. And another thing is, you can see all the reactor user is in node mode. It hasn't been implemented in the guest mode, because in guest mode you can react for a comment without providing any credentials. Let's see. So yeah, if you hover over the reaction button, you can see little description. After clicking show, you get the whole reactor usually go by the each reaction. So you can also reply for the comment, and also this replies are paginated. You can customize this pagination as comment list, and this reply list is also as filters. You can see your own filters, own replies. In this case, you haven't made a reply. So let's get the reply. Okay, let's try to get a comment. This is a reply. Let's create it. And you see how the reply counter is incremented, and the newly created reply is appended to the list in real time. And as comments, you can update them and delete them. Also, the other features like approval required and limit the number of replies per user. Those features also available for the replies. In the graphic file, you will find the array key reply, and using relevant key, you can control those functions. So, reaction manager is also available for the replies. So literally almost everything you have in the comment feature also available in the reply feature. User interface is clear and simple to meet everyone's requirement, but you can modify it as the way you want it to be by publishing the views. You can find the relevant command in the instruction in documentation. And user interface is also mobile responsive, as you can see here. So this is mobile ready. You can embed this in any mobile device without any adjustment. Yeah, I think this is good for most of the cases. But if you want something more specialized, as I said earlier, you can do that using the published views. Developing a system isn't So we have to take care of the security and the performance. In this system, we have taken few measurements to ensure the security. There are two major vulnerabilities in these kind of systems. One is cross-site scripting attacks, XSS attacks, and another is spam attacks. So we have taken measurement to mitigate the XSS attacks. As this is a vSync editor, we display what you write as it is. So there is a high risk of XSS vulnerability. By default, this editor is taken care of removing the vulnerable strings you pass through the editor, but we can't rely on content itself. So the package fills the message for XSS vulnerabilities in the backend also. As you can see here, we use this getForm data method, and getForm data method use this clearForm data, and clearForm data is go to this security clean method and return the filtered array. So these security clean methods usually check for the vulnerable strings and remove it. And we also have taken care of the spam attacks by utilizing the package called honeypot by Spark. In case method, you can see this method protect against spam. This method is come from the package. This method, and we have initiated the honeypot data object, and we also have put the hidden honeypot component. So with combination of these implementations do the trick. So as example, if I try to add some JavaScript, let's say here insert so let's make it a code and let's create it. It has appended to list. I use the paginator to get my comments, and I sort by keywords. You can see this is highlighted, and this wasn't executed as a JS. Instead, it is executed as a regular string. And let's see about the spam protection. Intruders can implement some script to fill this form automatically. We call them robots, so that the script can fill this field and submit. So those submissions can be used to exploit the system. We have taken measurement to mitigate it, as I mentioned earlier. So basically, robot adds fill this field instantly. So I'm going to simulate it using this form fill extension. It just fill this instantly, and those script fill this hidden field because they count distinguish this is as a hidden one. I quickly fill the field using this page fill and submit it quickly. As you can see, spam detector error page is displayed. Now we have fully implemented the commenting feature in our website, but it is still partially completed until we have an admin panel to manage it. You don't need to worry about that. This package provides admin panel, but it doesn't come with the package commenter. Admin panel is separated from the commenter package. It has its own repository, so you should install it separately. So this is the admin panel report. You can find all the instructions related to installation and all other customizations here in the documentation. You just need to run two commands, require command and install command. After successfully installing the admin panel, you can access to it. So this is the admin panel. It has a dashboard with commentable model information. So I have implemented 17 features in two modules, article and post. Article has total both 3 comments, post has 29. Article is in Auth mode, post is in guest mode. So these all the options you can see in this dashboard. So as you can see, there is a nice sidebar. Under the modules, you can find all the modules you have implemented the commenting feature. So let's go articles. As you can see, there's one article module with 42 comments count. That's true, we only have one article. Or if you want to see the comments related to it, you can click comments link. Then you will be navigated to this table view. So you can see here everything. You can search for a comment. You can filter comment. You can sort them. You can do pretty much everything. So in here, you can approve within the table. Now this comment is approved. You can disapprove it. So if you wanna edit it comprehensively, you can click this edit button. Here's the edit page. So let's go back to comments. Also, if you found a comment, you need to delete it. You can do that just clicking the delete button. And also you can view the replies related to a comment. Reply also have the same view as comment. For the reaction data, reply data, same features are also available for replies. So friends, this is how explain comment, the package and the admin panel. So next I will conclude this presentation. Well, commenter package is built with the concept of providing everything you need for your commenting system. This has a lot of features and configurable options, even the admin panel, but nothing can be perfect, okay? So that the same principle is applicable to this package also. That's why this is an open source package, and you can make an issue in the repository. I oblige to address them as fast as I can. So I must finally mention you, definitely I haven't covered everything related to these two packages and all the options, features. If I had done that, this would have been a very long presentation. Even now, this is a video with around 1 hour long. So thank you friends. Use this package. It's tight. Make sure if you have any problems, I will promptly solve them for you. Thank you again.